We're here at Lion's Eye Game and we're going to the Pop Swap, and it's a pop-up event where people trade swap pops. Let's go. What's up? We're here at Lion's Eye Game at the Pop Swap, and we're here with
McNeil's Treasures.
And we're interviewing all the different vendors around here. You know, I got a few interview questions. Okay, so just tell me, like, how did you get into all this exactly?
Well, we had a business in Tucson that we sold collectibles. We sold action figures, and then we started seeing these in different stores, and just kind of bought like 12 to 16 of them to get started. And within a few years, we had about 800 different ones for sale in that same store that we started in. And we closed that store, moved here to North Carolina, where we're kind of trying to regrow our business.
How many pops do you own exactly?
My personal collection, I have 12. But what I have for sale is 1,200. Whether it's different or all the same, it's 1,200 pops.
I believe it. All right. So, which one is like would you consider like to be the most valuable one that you have in your collection?
In my collection, I have. It's an oldie but goodie. It's a Hair Bear bunch. They came out in 2016 San Diego Comic Con.
Hair Bear?
No. Hair Bear bunch, yeah. It's an older cartoon.
Okay.
Back in the days of Hanna-Barbera and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I have the whole set. There's 6 in it. The whole set's probably valued about $500. But the first 3 that came out in 2016 for the San Diego Comic Con exclusives, they were limited to 750 pops.
Okay. So tell me, which one is your favorite pop like that you own here?
My favorite is the Great Great. It's another old school.
The
cartoon.
giant like purple gorilla.
Yes.
Okay. So like, what does that one pop in at?
That was probably about $65.
All right. So tell me, like, what exactly, how exactly do you determine like the pricing difference on these? Because like I see some of them, they're like $9 and some are like $23 and stuff like that. How exactly, you as a vendor, like, how do you price these?
Funko sets the price on columns for at $11.99, $12 as the minimum that you can charge. Since we go through a vendor, we cannot go under the $12 per pop.
Right.
So most of our commons are right at retail.
$12.
$12, $13, somewhere around there.
Right.
Then you have exclusives, and those come from different stores and the market, the secondary market.
Like Walmart, Hot Topic, and
so like
whatever this one is.
This is a virtual con. This was during the
the
pandemic.
2020?
Yes. So they did a virtual Comic Con, and that's where that one is from. But for example, if you take Willie Nelson, the secondary market kind of decides that value on them. So
That's Walmart Willie Nelson?
yeah, it's an exclusive.
Nice.
So Walmart sells it for whatever. People go in and they buy it, and then there's only so many that go around. So of course the demand, supply and demand. Yeah.
All right. And that seems to be about all the questions.
All right. Thank you.
All right, we're here with another vendor. We're here with the Brothers Boy. All right, so tell me a little bit about your guys' like booth here.
Well, we are actually YouTubers who decided to start working in conventions. Really what we wanted to do was kind of push our channel, but at the same time we started going through all of our collections at home and realized, hey, we might need to clean some stuff out. So we decided to go ahead and start cleaning out, and this is the result of cleaning out. We have a little bit of everything. First off, we're comic collectors, so we have comics. We also have some, of course, we have pop figures at a pop convention. Actually have some NASCAR cars that we're selling. Jeff Gordon, they're all Jeff Gordon cars, so anybody that's a Jeff Gordon fan, come get them all. I have some of my wife's Cabbage Patch Kids down there for sale, and we are movie collectors, obviously, so there's lots of movies. So that's kind of how it started.
All right. So how exactly did y'all get into this? Like, you know, starting up with everything.
Well, you want to tell them about?
We started, just kind of had the idea. We sat at home for 30 years or more at mom and dad's talking about comics and video games and stuff. And we figured somebody might want to hear it, so we figured we'd get on YouTube and talk about what we like to read, and you know, other people might like it. And we've kind of enjoyed that. It's been fun, a chance for us to get together. Me and Chris live in the same town, but our brother Daniel lives about 2 hours away, so he zooms in with us, and we all have a chance weekly to sit down and just talk about the comics we're reading and talk about what's hot out there right now with the TV shows and all.
Isn't that the third brother on your shirt?
Yes, that is the third brother in the middle of our shirt.
Oh, okay. So, out of all the movies that you guys sell and stuff like that, what is your favorite movie that you guys sell?
My favorite is Superman.
Which one?
78, Christopher Reeve.
Oh, before he
Christopher
got
Reeve
paralyzed?
is the ultimate Superman, yes.
Well, his kryptonite is a horse.
Yes.
What's your favorite?
I am a Star Wars. I'm a child of Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I was at the very first movie when it came out, and so I'm telling you how old I am now. But I was there with my dad, and so I've seen every Star Wars in the movie theater, except for The Empire Strikes Back. For some reason, I'm missing it.
So, which one's your favorite?
By far, the original is still my favorite.
Episode 4?
Yeah, there's no touching it.
Well, I mean, they tried to do that before with the remake, like when they introduced Finn.
They keep trying, but
Like, it was exactly almost a carbon copy. All right. Okay, so I see that you guys have some comic here and stuff like that. Like, which one would you be considered would be your most valuable, like, you know, in price of comics that you sell?
The most valuable, yeah, maybe the shooter one, but actually I'm gonna see. There's one in this box. I think it's on here.
It's
So,
just that fun.
these are the most valuable ones to me because these were actually created by my daughter who's in college for art right now, and she created this one at the last pop swap we had here, and she did this one last week in Wilmington, so I'm really looking forward to what her career is going to look like in the future. And so she just kind of fits right in with the whole comic book theme we have. So
Probably be more digital than on paper.
yeah, right. But she loves doing digital. She also did papers, because she did these as well.
Oh, is that Independence Day, like the movie?
The movie, yeah.
Welcome to Earth.
Yep. So yeah, to me these are the most valuable, but as far as value, probably this signed Jim Shooter right here, the creator of Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So
Like basically the most canon fanfic like that they have.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. So what is y'all's most favorite comic that you own here? Like your favorite issue?
Not here with me. Any of the Superman collection I had at home, I'm working on building that as many back issues as I can. and I'm like I said, a big Superman fan.
Which one's your favorite? Like what issue?
Which issue?
Yes.
The one that got me back into comics back when I first started was Superman 75.
So you
Back
like?
in high school, that Death of Superman.
I'm not really a fan, like, big fan of Superman. Like, I like some of his comics. Like, my favorite issue is the one where, like, he knows that he can fly, but he doesn't choose not. He chooses not to. Like, he takes like Batman and Robin, goes like this to rescue someone out of like a river. Like, just basically saying, like, you know what? I can't do this, but I'm just gonna make you guys work for it. What's your favorite like comic that you own?
Favorite one that I own is probably I have a copy of and there's a story behind this as well. I have a copy of Masters of the Universe Revelations #1 that was written by Kevin Smith, and we were in New Jersey last year at his comic book shop. The Secret up, and he was actually there inside the shop, so it is in a frame on the wall.
Isn't he always there though? Like I always, whenever I watch that show, Comic Book Man, like he was always there.
Yeah, he was, but he lives in Hollywood. But
he doesn't live in Redneck?
No, he does not anymore. He lives in Hollywood, but he happened to be coming back to do a show the next day. We were there on Thursday, and he was signing stuff in the back for the next day. And so he actually took time out of signing to have like a conversation with us. We got pictures, got our books autographed. To me, that's probably my favorite one that I read it, I put it up on the shelf, and it won't come out of sight anymore. So
You thinking about getting it graded?
probably will in the future.
I would recommend it because that one, if it's signed, like those ones right there, I would get those graded. Like then you could sell them for like probably like double what you paid for. What's up? I'm here at the Pop Swap at another booth, and we're here with
Marilyn with Marilyn's Crafty Creations.
All right. So tell me a little bit about your business here.
I'm a local amigurumi artist. Basically, it's the Japanese art of making things with string. So I crochet stuffed animals or just nerdy things in general.
All right. So, which one of these here, like items in your booth, would you consider to be your most valuable item?
None of these.
I mean, everything has a value.
Well, yes. I sell most of my stuff. I try to keep it low price points so everybody can afford to buy something.
Right.
Handcrafted stuff is very expensive.
Well, it takes a lot of effort.
It does, and some of my pieces take hours and hours. None of these do. I do sell at larger Comic-Cons. I sell large pieces that will literally take days.
Okay.
I can say the biggest piece I have ever made was a 7-foot tall armored Mewtwo, a life-size armored Mewtwo. It weighed close to 800 pounds and stood taller than you.
Well, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
it was very, very tall, very, very large.
Yeah, it's like the size of Shaq.
That is
That's the
crazy.
biggest piece that I've made to date.
Have you ever thought about crocheting a life-size version of Shaq?
I have done one life-size version of a celebrity,
Who's that?
Danny DeVito.
Oh, Danny DeVito?
I made a life-size
Now, did you
Danny
make
DeVito.
it like proportions to size?
Yes.
Like, so he's actually like this tall?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like paying how's it go? Paying the troll to get in the boy's hole. Remember that off of Zoe's Sunny?
Yes.
All right. So, what exactly would be your favorite item, like you have done, like on, like in your line of business?
Out of all the things I've done, as we were talking before you started rolling, Studio Ghibli in general is an absolute favorite. The favorite piece that I have ever made was a haku, and it was about this long, it's only about this wide, nice swerve, and then the beautiful swooping. That piece probably took me 4 weeks to do. And I hated parting with it.
I mean,
And
like,
it was
it's
a
something you
commission.
created, like, you know, like, it's like your baby.
I can always make another one, but I don't think I will ever take that much time to make another one for myself.
A lot of people could say that about their children. So on average, how long does it take you to actually crochet one of these? Like, for example, like if you were to do like one in medium-sized ones right there of astronauts. What are they called exactly?
I generally call them bean men because nobody's going to come after me for money. But they are crewmates is what they're called. They're just called crewmates.
Yeah, I just played the game and you can't even talk, like you guys type everything, so like I never actually looked into the lore of like, you know, Among Us. If I wanted to watch the lore, I'd probably just like, you know, watch like the thing.
They have some very interesting versions, but one of those on average takes about 2 hours to make.
Okay, so basically, you know, it's not like too like hardening and stuff like that. And you've been doing this like, you know, it seems like for a little bit, so it's probably like nothing for you to do.
You know, it doesn't take long at all. I don't have any. Well, my Dragon Balls are a really good seller usually, and I can make a Dragon Ball in 20 minutes.
Dragon Ball right there.
Yep, I can make one in about 20 minutes time. Nice, quick, easy.
Okay. So how exactly did you get into this?
When I was pregnant with my daughter years ago, I was put on 6 months hospital bed rest and needed something to do. So I asked my mom to go get me a thing of yarn and bring I already had my phone charger, so I am self-taught off of YouTube. Read lots of tutorials and watched YouTube videos and learned how to crochet.
So out of boredom.
Purely out of boredom.
But look at what that boredom got you.
And after doing it for so long, I realized that I don't like making blankets and stuff. It's way too time consuming just to do the straight pattern.
Right.
So I started making stuffed animals, and I started doing Comic-Cons back in 2018, and I've done it ever since.
What's up? And we're here with the last booth of the day that I'm going to, and we're here with
Dr. John Stamey. I'm the organizer of the Jacksonville, North Carolina Comic-Con, and actually 9 Comic-Cons annually. And I love Jacksonville. It's great. And Havelock's a pretty darn good place too.
All right. So tell me a little bit about your booth here, like everything that's going on.
Okay. Well, of course we have candy, because when you get something like this, you get a lot of kids, and kids love candy.
Yeah.
And then I've got books that I've written on the paranormal. My latest one is Look Up in the Sky, 3rd edition. It's got a lot, they're all true paranormal stories. And then I have a copy of Strange West magazine, which has one of my newer stories in there. And Look Up in the Sky, 4th edition, is coming up soon. I also have coming up the Jacksonville, North Carolina Comic-Con. That is February the 18th at the Sturgeon Center here in Jacksonville. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got 18,000 square feet, and I believe we're going to have a full house like we did in Havelock.
So tell me, how did you get into like, you know, everything that you're selling on here, and you know, like
How did I get into this? Okay, it's very interesting. I had a caricature company in Myrtle Beach.
Like on the beach?
Yeah, we were actually in Plyler Park right next to the Sky Wheel, and we did very well. And then they announced that they were having a Comic-Con in Myrtle Beach. I didn't know what to do, so I went to the comic book shop. I said, we want to be involved. I didn't know what to do. He said, okay, you can buy a table. It'll be $150. I said, tell you what, I got $100 right now. Deal? He said, yes. So I bought the first booth at that Myrtle Beach Comic-Con. This was like 6-7 years ago. And I went there. I'd organized a number of academic conferences. And I said, I can do this. So I did. And then my first one was the next year. It was the Wilmington, North Carolina Comic-Con, or actually Cape Fear Comic-Con. That ran for 5 years. It did very, very well. Then here came COVID, and now I'm back with, as I said, 10 Comic-Cons. And I love running them. I meet some of the best people in the world, like you guys. No, I do, and I love it. The paranormal stuff came when I was getting my doctorate at North Carolina State University. I was a research associate at the Ryan Institute of Parapsychology, which is the top paranormal institute in the world. And I met a lot of the players there, and I helped Dr. Sally Ryan Feather edit and put together her last book, which was called The Gift, about paranormal experiences and ghosts, primarily. So anyway, I liked it, and I now have 2 podcasts, Scary Cast, which is on Monday nights at 9, and Scary Cast Tuesday, which is on Tuesday night at 9, because we got too many guests. It's great. And that is Look Up in the Sky, 3rd edition. Great stories about UFOs, Bigfoot, and ghosts. And then my buddy John LeMay, who I'm authoring a book with right now. He put out Stranger West magazine, and I've got a story in there about Ambrose Bierce. And I love the stuff. This is the best thing anybody could possibly do in their spare time, because I sell life insurance during the day, and I come home and I enjoy it. It's not like working on anything about the Comic-Con or any of the paranormal stuff. It's just a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it.
So you sell life insurance, and then afterwards you read things about what happens after the life insurance.
I interview people.
Oh, okay.
I don't do much reading. I interview people, and I interview a lot of those folks on my podcast. So I get a lot of good stories. People call me up with stories. I mean, I've been doing this paranormal stuff for about 10 years. I get a fair number of phone calls. They want to tell me what's happening. It's really interesting.
All right. So, what would be your most valuable item, at your booth here?
This right here, the cat.
I saw that. Is
So
it
let
some
me
sort
show
of
you.
defense device?
This is mine, and this is what you do. If you're going through a rough area,
It wards off ghosts.
It wards off people that want to steal your money, and it's a great thing. And every lady that I've shown this to in the last week wants to buy one, and I finally got my shipment in. So it's a lot of fun, and we got some knives here.
What colors do they all come in? Teal, purple?
Red, teal, black, purple. That's what we have, and I've got a white one. And we're actually going to be making some vampire bat for Christmas and for Halloween. So it's going to be kind of cool, because this is nothing more than 3D printing. That's all it is. So anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right. And that wraps up all the questions.